I'm not going to spend loads of time on this because I've already put it in the body of my PowerPoint presentation. Again, if you're doing an extended answer, you need to bug it first, and then as you bug it, you can start to model or develop what you're going to put into your answer. I can flash up the slides I would use, the slides that I guided you to in Doddle before this exam, that would help you build the model answer. What I would like you to do afterwards is go and read Deborah's example, and I can't really write it better myself. Deborah has done it exceedingly well, and maybe you want to model your own answer that you're going to rewrite on hers. So if I'm using examples, I know I need to use case studies. Before I even box anything, I'm going to underline examples. And from my case study, I can start to build what I would use. River Thames flooding, 2014. Winter storms, Jurassic coastline, 2014. UK heatwave, 2003. Explain. We've used that a lot in this exam. Give. Why. Climate change. Social impacts. I know from social impacts it's all to do with people. I know that I should not be mentioning environmental or economical, unless that is to do with housing and maybe infrastructure, and it has to be UK. I didn't see any examples that spoke globally in my class, but that has been done before, so make sure you are reading this question. I'm going to flash up a slide now that I gave you on showing you how to address the 6-marker question. You need to start using my slides because actually they help by giving you facts, and if you are going to get to a level 3, it's going to want you to see for a level 3, and you can see it in your mark scheme that I've also attached a thorough understanding of climate change on the UK. What do we mean by that? We need to make this explicit link, and that's when our link comes in for Peel into the body of our text. So sea level rise, which has happened in the UK and around the world, equaled Thames flooding, the increase of tidal surges. Frequency of storms, well, that was the Jurassic coastline. Increased temperature, well, that was our heat wave. Remember, there was also positive and negatives. Let's use the heat wave in 2003, for example. You knew that elderly people and babies died. You knew there was a lot in the UK that died, but actually there was an increased tourism, and there was also an increase in the ability to grow citrus fruits, and therefore jobs were given for increasing Kent wines and putting that on the map. So it doesn't always have to be doom and gloom, and something that I would use here is this idea of Peel, and I would certainly use link at the start of my question. So the first couple of sentences, I would then go to 3 paragraphs here, and if I move it down, 3 paragraphs. For my point, I'm going to use these 3 points up here, which will form my 3 paragraphs, excluding the link at the start. Then I say my point: how has climate change affected the UK? There is my point. My evidence for each case study will be numerical facts. My explain is how this created social impacts. And then finally, I'm going to relate back to the question using the words within the body of my link. So if we put up again some of the ideas that I spoke through, national trust damage was something unique that I'd read about, so I introduced it to you. Before I even start this question, I must do what is called a brain dump, and this brain dump on the screen shows you examples, my case study examples, and my facts pertaining to these examples that I'm going to use in the body of my text. I'm then going to start by creating my model answer, and this is my planning stage. At my planning stage, I would start to model example sentences or an example of a paragraph, and I've done that for you so you can have a look at it. When I've planned it, I need to be able to remember it, so I'm going to recall it 5 or 6 times from memory before I move to the following stage, which is when I start to practice it using a watch or a stopwatch. So this is how I would start to build examples of extended writing. I'm not going to write you an extended written answer because I feel some of your peers will be able to show how they've planned, recalled, modelled and written it in the exam to the perfect level 3 that we were looking for. So have a look at their examples on this feed and can create your own model example if you weren't successful at level 3 answer.